Think for yourself. Question authority. Think for yourself. Question authority.
I'm Wayne Winkler with WETS Community Forum, and I'm talking with Dennis Prater and Whitney Prater from Occupy Johnson City about an event that will be taking place next Saturday, July 14th at Old Kiwanis Park. Thank you very much for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.
Tell me about the event coming up at the Old Kiwanis Park on Market Street.
On Saturday, July 14th, we're having what we're calling Free to You BBQ. That's basically the idea. It's a very simple idea. Free food for those who want it, and people can come together and build community.
And on this day, we're actually going to have a little bit of international solidarity from Canada. Occupy Montreal is joining us. Occupy New Zealand has sent us solidarity along with many other Occupies across the country and across the world.
Before we go into details on this, tell me about the Occupy movement. Of course, we've all heard about that. Last year, there were Occupy groups happening all over the country. Tell me about Occupy Johnson City.
Occupy Johnson City has been in action since October. We've done a variety of different things. Most recently, we have put out a newsletter, the Occupy Johnson City Mic Check. We also have done a mic check against mountaintop removal and a variety of other things.
We've done everything from speaking for women's rights, dropping banners when they try to pass legislation that would be negative towards women, and mic checks in Walmart and across the country. Other people have joined in on things like that.
Mm-hmm. How would you describe the Occupy movement to someone who hadn't heard about it?
I think the Occupy movement is basically a response to the huge economic inequality that has developed in our society, where 1% of the people control a vast portion of the wealth, something like 40%, 44%. You hear some different figures. So Occupy is a response to economic inequality, and economic inequality gives rise to political inequality. So that's why people eventually felt that they had to just come and do something for themselves. And by the way, our community event is supposed to be us doing something for ourselves, for our communities, for our neighbors as well.
Tell me how the two of you got involved. What sparked your interest in the Occupy movement?
Well, from day one, when I saw what was going on in New York City, I had been waiting for this to happen for years because I've seen such vast poverty, such depression, that I knew that something would eventually have to happen. People can't remain silent forever.
Dennis, how did you get involved?
Well, I had been paying attention to things about, issues of poverty, issues of war, a variety of other issues for a while, really since the Bush administration. And when I saw Occupy, I thought, okay, this is now people starting a new beginning. It's mass movements starting again to respond to things that demand a response. The vast inequality of wealth, the politicians not listening to us. So I saw a chance for a new beginning, and I do think that new beginning is happening still.
A lot of people knew about Occupy last summer and into the fall, as there were encampments all around the country, here in Johnson City, in Nashville, in Asheville, and New York, and everywhere else. There seems to be a bit less media attention now, but would it be accurate to say Occupy is still very busy?
Definitely, and different things have happened to different local Occupies in different places. I think one of the best things that I've seen happening is Occupy Homes in Minneapolis, where they've saved some people's homes, and they have a lot more people's homes they're trying to save. Regardless of the form that Occupy or whatever movement it is takes, the movement will continue as long as the problems continue, because the movement is a response to the problems that we have.
Now tell me about the barbecue that's coming up on Saturday, July 14th. That's at Old Kiwanis Park, 717 West Market Street in Johnson City. Where is the food coming from?
We're running off of donations right now. We have several people that have offered to give donations, but we actually need more donations of food. That would be awesome.
If anyone would care to donate, please get in contact with us. we want to feed as many people as we can. I've spoken to some people, and I think that people really will come out for this. So it's important for us to come together as a community and make this happen. So,
What's the idea behind the free barbecue? I mean, what is it you're trying to say? What message is it that you're trying to get out?
There's a very big problem with hunger right now, and we're trying to expose the problem of hunger by feeding people and by feeding ourselves. You know, I have problems of, sometimes I'm like, well, am I going to have money to get food? So there's a problem with people not being able to get food.
Yeah, we were thinking of ways to really speak to conditions here specifically in Appalachia, because one great thing about Occupy is that it's connected internationally, but it's also it's on the ground locally as well. And we started thinking through, what can we do? One direction we began to take was mountaintop removal, and we've done work on that, and we're looking on doing more work on that in the future because it's pretty unpopular. Mountaintop removal is pretty unpopular. The other thing is, southern Appalachia is a historically impoverished area. Someone came to one of our meetings one time and began telling stories about, how difficult it can be to get food and how, when he has it, he tries to feed other people. And that was part of an inspiration to do this. And, the thing is, it's a festival as well. Like, everyone likes a barbecue, right? And we want to have fun, and we want to bring people together, helping each other and helping each other have some fun.
Now, what kind of information is going to be available? I'm sure you're not just going to hand people sandwiches and they go on their way. Are you going to be doing any kind of outreach, educational things, or tell me about what's going to be at the park?
Well, we are going to be handing out our newsletter to anybody who wants it, and we will be trying to do outreach with any group who wants to that we can find common grounds on to work with.
Also, we want to bring people into the circle. We want to widen the circle and hear from people. One thing that I think is a good idea is for us to have something there asking people, what do you think are the major problems facing your community that we can do something about? I want to see us asking questions like that. I want to see people coming up to tables and writing out their answers to those questions. Also, anyone can come and bring information that they think might be of use to the community. It's an open forum in that way. People can bring their literature, their pamphlets, and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is really open to anyone. I mean, the fact that somebody might be going out to lunch on Saturday, they could buy food, but they choose to come in and get free food. Of course, everyone is welcome, right?
Absolutely. Everyone is welcome. No one is turned away.
Mm-hmm. Have you invited any community leaders, our elected representatives, anyone like that? Have they been invited?
We have not invited them yet. Truth is, from my point of view, personally, I'm a lot more excited about going around to everyone in my neighborhood. I live near Old Kiwanis Park, and it's a pretty working-class neighborhood, and I'm more excited about going around to them and having something to bring them to. And I'm hoping to see people come together who might not come together in other situations, to kind of build some bonds of community.
Mm-hmm. What do you hope will be the outcome of this?
The outcome, I hope that we are able to widen our circle and Occupy. I hope we're able to interest more people in coming to work with us. I hope that, on just a very immediate level, I just hope that people have a good time and see that this is the kind of thing that can be done to build people up, to build up our region and our neighbors and ourselves. And more long term, we could do it again. We can do a lot of other things as well. So people coming together to see people power is one good thing that I want to see come out of this.
Okay, one of the needs that you have on this project is for donations of food. You've got some already, and this is an address I'll give again before we finish, but on Facebook, people can contact you through Free to You Barbecue, Free to You BBQ. That's on Facebook, and someone who has food that they can offer will be able to get on the Facebook page and just make a post saying, I've got food. What kind of food are you looking for?
Anything at this point. Absolutely anything is welcome.
Sure. We're looking for barbecue. We're looking for some vegetables. We'd like to provide some vegetarian options. And we're working with some other groups to try and make that happen as well. So we've got a big smoker, and we've got a couple other grills. So we can cook it for you. We have some chefs who have donated their time to cook, which is really great. Then bring trays of food. Bring anything. Really, I would love to see as many different foods as there are different kinds of people as well,
But you're not going to have like ovens or anything out there. So you're talking about food that someone would bring to a cookout.
Absolutely.
Like
it is a cookout food. Yes, it's an outdoor event, picnic. We have the smoker, but otherwise, yeah.
Also, we could take donations of drinks or paper plates, anything like that could be useful for a cookout.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to assume that cash donations would be welcome as well.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we would love to have people come and work with us and plan with us and things, and give donations if you can, and cash donations. Any level at which you are able to contribute is definitely appreciated.
That will be next Saturday, July 14th, from 1 to 5 p.m. at Old Kiwanis Park. That's at 717 West Market Street in Johnson City. I'm talking with Dennis Prater and Whitney Prater from Occupy Johnson City. Tell me about the newsletter. How long have you had this newsletter available?
Well, we've had it available for around a month. We made it especially for the Blue Plum. And we handed out 400 copies then. Then we printed out another 100 and handed them out. Then we printed out 400 more.
Mm-hmm. So is this going to be kind of a monthly or bi-monthly or on some sort of a regular schedule?
Yes, we'd like to make it regular, perhaps quarterly. It depends on funding, of course, but we would like to keep it going as a voice for things that wouldn't be spoken otherwise.
Mm-hmm. People who want to get involved with Occupy Johnson City, what would you recommend? Getting on the Facebook page or just coming out to the barbecue next Saturday? Or how would people go about getting involved?
You can contact us through Facebook. One thing to check out is Occupy Tri-Cities Tennessee discussion group on Facebook. We also do meet regularly. Our GAs, our General Assemblies, are currently at 2 p.m. on Saturdays at Old Kiwanis Park, at the site of the barbecue.
Is there anything that you'd like to add?
Just that I look forward to seeing everyone at the barbecue.
Okay.
Thanks.
That's next Saturday, July 14th, from 1 to 5 p.m. at Old Kiwanis Park in Johnson City at 717 West Market Street. To get more information or to make a contribution of food for this cookout, you can contact Occupy Johnson City through Facebook, and it's Free to You Barbecue. That's Free to You, spelled out, and then BBQ on Facebook. And again, I want to thank Dennis Prater and Whitney Prater for joining us on WETS Community Forum.
Thank you.
Thank you.